pickled garlic scapes. I'm going to show you how I make them. So you might have noticed that I left a few of the garlic scapes, and that's because we're going to let them flower. And when they flower, what happens is that becomes the bulbets. Garlic doesn't get seeds, they call it bulbets, and it's the flower portion that you will get. I don't know how else to really describe it. So this flowers, and then you harvest the flower, which they call a bulbet, and that's what you can use to grow your garlic. Preparing the scapes, cleaning them, is really easy. I'm going to put them in this sink and rinse them off, and then I'm going to put them in this sink here so then I can process it. Now after you washed them, the next step is to cut just below where it will flower. And then this is for your pigs or your chickens, rabbits, and then set that portion aside because that is what we're going to use. Oh, we're at the end. And just cut it off. All right, now for the fun part. So here's the fun part. I make the pickled garlic scapes in pint jars. Now you need to fit the scape into the jar. We like to have them just kind of straight, so what I figured is if you grab the end and you cut them, that's the length that it will fit into the jar, and then the curl I just turn and cut in half. These jars are sterilized, and in the bottom I have 1 teaspoon of pickling spice. Make sure they are short enough to give you 1-inch headspace. See, that one's a little too long, so I'm going to pull that out and cut it. So since that one's long, the other ones might be too long, I'm going to cut a little bit off. Perfect, because we're going to need a 1-inch headspace, like I said. These little bits I just put into a bowl, and we will have them with supper tonight. So again, I don't like to. It's too long. Put those over there. There. So I will go through, I'll put them all in. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut a whole bunch up and then fill all the jars. So all the jars are done. They're full of scapes. I've packed them as tightly as I can. I did one where with the whole scape just kind of curled up into here, and I don't like that because it's going to make it real messy when you pull it out. I prefer to take the time and to cut them to fit the jars nicely. We're going to fill up the brine, which it was 5 cups of white vinegar to 5 cups of water, half a cup of pickling salt, brought to a boil, and then just simmering while you're getting everything ready. So we do want to bring it to 1-inch headspace. Now I do enough canning that I know where that is. That is just below the rim here. And then you're going to need to debubble. I have a bamboo skewer that I use. And you're going to want to debubble. See, this is the one where I used the full curve, the full curl. Yeah, I don't like that. But we're going to debubble it anyway, because we're going to keep it for us. Debubble it, just bring it along the side and down the center if you can. So that's gone down a little bit. So after you have debubbled, you might need to add a little bit more. There we go. Let's go along and do them all. I do have the hot water bath canner going here, hot water bather going, because we will process these for 10 minutes in the hot water bather. And I still have a lot more scapes. I still have like 4 more pails in the porch. Okay, let's get those debubbled. Just run that down the edge. The jar is hot. Let's see, we've got one popping out here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, let's see that over there. Lots of bubbles coming out. Now these pickled garlic scapes, you can use them in sandwiches. They're really good. Let's get these ones. They're just eaten like a pickle. They're such a treat. Let's see if I can get this here. And now we're going to take just some white vinegar, a clean cloth, and wipe the rim. Because we want a nice seal. Take your lids, put your lid on. And then your rings. I am going to tighten them, I'm just sticking them on here. And just a nice finger tight. Okay, a nice finger tight. Now that the rings are tight, we're going to put them into the hot water bather. Okay, so my hot water bather will fit 9 pint jars, and we're going to lower it into the hot water. Now when you are hot water bathing, you do want your water to be at least 1 inch to 2 inches. I have like 1 inch, so I have some more water on the kettle. I'm going to add hot water to the hot water bath before I start the timer. I want it just a little bit higher. Okay, so the hot water bath has started to boil. Now we will set the timer for 10 minutes. And here are the scapes out of the canner the next day, all cooled. So now they have to sit for 6 weeks and they will be ready to eat. Remember, use what you have, do what you can.